Turning now to the graduates starting to enter the workforce. Many young people are taking on their first jobs or accepting internships. And joining us now with some tips and advice is author and speaker Laura Gassner Otting. Laura, good morning to you. It's great to have you.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you.
So as people, graduate and they're out to enter the workforce, look for a full-time job, what's some advice that you have for folks, whether it's an internship or a job itself?
Well, I would say we're all really scared about that first job, but the good news is that the bar is actually super low. Show up on time, do your homework, do what you're going to say you're going to do, follow through. But really remember that the summer is a time to actually get to know the people around you. Like follow your boss to the office or join the summer softball league, go to the speaker series or do what I did in my first job and actually sign up for the blood drive next to your boss and you get 15 minutes of alone time.
Yeah, I actually tell a lot of the interns that come here, part of it is about access, right? It's what you make of it once you get here. And speaking of that, too, if you're looking for a mentor or somebody who's more senior, who might have some helpful tips, how do you go about seeking out that person?
So here's the thing. I don't have time to mentor anybody. You don't have time to mentor anybody. But you know what we do have time for? Are mentoring moments. So what I tell young people or people in their first job is go find somebody, ask them a specific question, turn it into a mentoring moment, then follow up, follow through, tell them what you did, and then ask them another question later. And suddenly these mentoring moments turn into, oh, I didn't realize I'm your mentor. As an added bonus, it also gives you an opportunity to get lots of different advice from lots of different people about lots of different things.
I love that, too, because one question might lead to something else. And definitely, for those out there, I would recommend following up on that, right?
Always
like
follow
you said,
up.
hey, I tried what you suggested, and it went well. Oh, I have this other question to kind of keep that conversation going.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, a lot of graduates are still looking for internships now. What specific advice do you have for them?
So I would say if you've gotten through the school, graduate, and job moment where we think that's the only time it happens, I would say remember that there are 8 million jobs that are available out there. So September, October, January, and February are tons of hiring that actually happens in the world. It's a great opportunity to do informational interviews. You do an informational interview, and what do you learn? You get the lexicon of what's actually happening, how people are speaking, what the trends are. And then when an opportunity arises, someone actually thinks about you because you're in the deal flow in their mind.
And now if people are looking ahead beyond the internship and they're actually applying for a job, what are some of the specific things that they should be looking for in the description of that opportunity?
So we've all been told, there's one opportunity, there's one definition of success, the best job, the most prestigious job, the most money, etc. But I spent 20 years in recruiting, and what I learned is that success, the perfect job, isn't necessarily your dream job. So I would say make sure you're finding something that's interesting to you. We can't be insatiably hungry for someone else's goals, and nobody shows up, does their homework, does all these things that we're saying that they should do if they're not actually interested. So figure out what matters to you, how success is defined for you, and look for that kind of job instead of the one that a parent, a teacher, the internet told you was the perfect job.
Absolutely. And remember, it's the long game, right? You're not going to get that perfect job right out of school. You have to build towards something ultimately, and that takes some time, right?
That's where your mentor can help.
Exactly. Laura, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And let's turn now to a check of the weather and go back to Samara. Good morning.